Hi, welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this episode, I want to review some contract concepts that you may not have ever heard about because we're in a situation that is unusual. The first one applies to written contracts. So this would be your mortgage. This would be your any kind of a contract, but for most of us, it's going to be our lease, our mortgage, and any other kind of loan. It's also going to be any other written contracts that you may have. If you have an employment agreement, any other written contract. So written means on paper, and it can also mean anything that was online that you signed with DocuSign or something like that. In those contracts, you would want to look for a word or phrase called force majeure. I'll put the spelling below. It means something big has happened, and it is a kind of get out of jail free card or a renegotiation provision in a written contract. It is when it comes about when you sign the contract, and it provides for what will happen in case of this unforeseen situation. Now, by the very fact that it's included in the written contract, somebody has thought about it. And so economic uncertainty or health crisis or mandatory quarantine is probably not going to be in your contracts, but look for those words, force majeure, just to be sure. Because if it is general enough, it could provide you some relief on what you have to do under that contract. So if it's already in the contract, then if this situation that we're undergoing now applies, then you have those rights that are in the contract. For you who might have a force majeure contract, but it doesn't provide for what's going on now, and for everyone else who may have a written contract of any kind that is still in process of being performed, and you don't have any provisions for this, then we want to think about the concepts of impossibility of performance and frustration of commercial purpose. Frustration of commercial purpose goes to business type situations, but some of you may be in business. These are defenses that are available to someone who is pursued in a breach of contract action in court. They are defense concepts around the fact that something has happened that is out of your control, that you did not have any control over it. You could not foresee this situation happening at the time that you signed the contract, and therefore, whether through yourself or with the assistance of an attorney, you could not put language in your written contract to cover this situation because it was not able for you to anticipate it, and you are otherwise in compliance with your agreement, and the courts then, upon raising this defense, could let you out in full or in part of your agreement. Now, I'm not suggesting you tell everyone to sue you so you can take advantage of this, but I'm giving you this information because this is something for you to understand before you sign a new agreement or in connection with any negotiations. We like to think that everyone who enters into a contract does it in good faith and intends to perform, and at the time that they sign this contract or enter into it, they intend to perform, they want to, and they're able to. When something happens and that can't occur through no fault of your own, then that can give you a basis to possibly renegotiate, possibly to work something out, which everyone right now is in the same boat. So hopefully people are motivated to come together and make some compromises. This is a perfect time to start doing that instead of backing in a corner and fighting. But this gives you some information for you to use in that process. Impossibility of performance is, in general, frustration of commercial purpose is when it goes to the specific purpose for which the agreement was made, the specific function. For example, if I was selling trees and my supplier is in another state and the trucking lines are closed and no one can get over to me to, for me to have this inventory, I can't fulfill any of your orders. Therefore, the whole purpose for me supplying you trees under our contract, I can't do. I didn't have any control over it, and this contract was specifically for this. So one thing, we might just agree to walk away from the contract. But frustration of commercial purpose goes to the specific reason for the whole arrangement. And impossibility of performance is more general. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments or questions below. Share this with someone who's worried about a situation they're in, and this might give them some comfort. Subscribe to see the other videos. Please check the playlists on the different videos, because if there's one video, there's usually more, and I've got them organized in playlists because sometimes when you go to look at videos, YouTube does not always show all of them, and we have a lot. So subscribe to see the other ones and come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching.